I've been trying to find the right kind of symbol to define the stage humanity finds itself in. Blu-ray, HD, Kindle. But when I took off 3D glasses to actually see what's happening, I find the only symbol to define the age we're in was a cage, a man-made human-scale cage. So stop the traffic of your thoughts, because we are not in the exciting age of the smartphone. We are in the frightening age of bodies sold. We are so used to everything being man-made that we have become immune and inhuman to this 20 million victim man-made disaster. After all, we let it evolve. For some of us, the closest thing we know to rape is having our Facebook status changed, a few photos detagged, and our profiles rearranged. We can be in denial for a while, but this is an age of real life, real live slaves. In retrospect, I don't know what I expected, that humanity would have evolved in respect for humanity. This is not the exciting age of the smartphone. It is the frightening age of bodies sold. This is the age of the cage. Because we are human, none of us are immune from the cage. The cage is our mindset. We're conscious of fair trade, but it's fair to say we've ignored the trafficked into sex trade. Our minds have become caged into this industry of sin. Pride has kept our eyes wide open but blind to this industry that has been building, thriving, brutalizing throughout the ages. The sex trade has traded us in. Where once our desire was to selflessly serve each other, it's now to be selfishly serviced by another. We have traded the beauty of betrothal for the brutality of a brothel. This is a whole new age of awful. This is not the exciting age of the smartphone. It is the frightening age of bodies sold. Because we are human, none of us are immune from the cage. The cage enslaves the desires of man. We use the age-old excuse that men have needs, when really what we're justifying is that men act inexcusably upon their greeds. Momentary satisfaction overrides the fact that there is a captive involved. But the climax doesn't let you see it. Greed just shrugs and whispers, "You are free to do it." Do not trust lust. It does not self-certificate or rate as over 18. It hungers for those much younger and won't wait for you to hit your teens. It's auction you off to complacency because flesh is easily replaced, you say. Those who buy, you have already been bought. As a slave to this, held captive in the chains of man-made porn-fed lust. This is not the exciting age of the smartphone. It is the frightening age of bodies sold. Because we are human, none of us are immune from the cage. The cage is the slavery of women and children, used against their will, body, mind, soul, that leaves shells of beings just walking streets. Raped into their last breath, just souls palpitating from mutilated flesh. I can't even speak of these unspeakable things. A 5-year-old child was found outside, with her intestine outside her body. Her intestine outside her body, done by men, but you won't find that on the cover of FHM. This is not the exciting age of the smartphone. It is the frightening age of bodies sold. Because we are human, none of us are immune from the cage. The cage enslaves our minds. The cage enslaves our men. The cage enslaves our children and women. And we need to say, we will not make room in this age for the cage. I am calling for us to see that the calling is for you and me. With a raging, righteous love, destroy the cages. And with arms wide open, embrace our slaves because we love them and hate the cage. Outrageous love, with a righteous rage of love, let's make a way for a new age and the destroying of the cage. Outrageous love, with a righteous rage of love, let's make a way for a new age and the destroying of the cage.